everyone, welcome to your Thursday drives with Lori and Kayleen. Today we're doing an east side driving tour. I'm actually excited about this one. We're going to show you 3 really good, viable options on the east side.
So we're looking at places with an HOA, clubhouse, all of that. Master plan community. Then we're looking at the opposite, something without that in place.
Like a Stetson Hills area.
And then we're going to new build?
We're going to Mountain Vista. I know you guys have commented on that. That's kind of like a new build area pocket off of Mark Shuffle. So when we say east, we're going to cover...
We just passed Powers. That was that bridge.
So still real close to Colorado Springs. You're in Colorado Springs, obviously, but you are in, what's the school district?
49.
Falcon District 49.
Actually, we're still in 20 right now, and once we hit this Black Forest Road, it then changes to 49.
Yeah, so I'm excited to show
We're
you
just
options.
passing, I think it's to your left, our right, was, what is that, St. Francis
Penrose Hospital.
Penrose Hospital. And there is, I would say, it used to look more desolate, and now not only is the housing building out, but there's a lot of new commercial right along this road on Woodman. And so it's really beginning to be pretty seamless from here to Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon's probably like 15 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
We've
looked
done
it up the other day. Yeah, we looked it up the other day. Look at these little houses over here. I don't know if you guys can see them. What are they?
Oh, those are, they're single family. That is Challenger.
Oh my goodness. There's like, well, there's no yard to those babies.
No, but they are single family, and
it's amazing
they're
how much
$82 a month for
our HOA. Not your rent or your mortgage.
I think they're called a Quill brush.
There's interesting. They're just a little house. They're kind of like, they're like big tiny houses. That's what they look like to me.
Yeah, it's definitely affordable housing still in District 20. If you can see to your right, our left, this is like Forest Meadows kind of area.
We've been listing, going live in a couple weeks. Kind of not in Forest Meadows, but Cumbre Vista.
Right by there.
So we're just under 6, we think. Should be a good little listing over there. I think good area.
Nice ranch home.
Yeah.
3,500 square feet.
Yeah. So if you want that, let us know.
So we are driving again on Woodman. Beginning Lewis, we're going to be turning right here. But they just put in like a nice car wash. There's some sort of office building. There's a Dutch Brothers for coffee.
See, what are those little houses? Those are going to be more things?
I don't know what those are.
Those are so teeny. Those are, like, what is that?
It looks like what's down. You know what it is?
What is that?
I think it's housing with a grant, like government money.
Here?
Yep.
In this area?
I know.
I'm surprised by that.
I know.
They just popped up out of nowhere, like really in the last like 2 weeks.
The Citadel Mall. There's some of those.
Those look like 1,000 square feet. Like not even.
Affordable housing.
Huh. Interesting.
Thank you.
I'll look more into that. We'll move on from that.
So nice new come and go. There's Breaks Plus, Starbucks right over there. So no grocery store yet right here. Like you would still just go where we came from on Woodman.
Yeah, that's true. Or you go south to...
Or on Dublin.
Dublin and Powers, I would say.
Yeah, Dublin and Powers. There's stuff over there.
Yep. Beautiful day here today. So we talked about this. It was snowed on Friday, and I was crabby because it was cold. And I'm tired of being that cold. It's been coming during the weekends all the time. We had a client fly in, and her flight was canceled from Denver to Colorado Springs.
And then and so she wound up just driving down, and then they said, oh, your bag will be sent, and she had to go a day and a half without her bag. So no brushing her teeth.
Is this where you turn?
Yes. Sorry, don't look at my driving, guys. No brushing her teeth, no anything for a day and a half, unless
she didn't go to the store and get a toothbrush?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. She was frustrated.
Yeah, I get that. That's the worst. But today, I swear, it said only 53, but I sat outside this morning, and I felt like it was 60. And
it's
coffee.
54 right now.
That sun is just so powerful, and it's beautiful out today.
That's what I went for a little walk, and it felt like spring.
Yeah, it did. It gave me like the motivation.
Hope.
Yeah, the hope, I guess, is what I'm looking for.
So Banning Lewis, there's I was actually here showing houses this weekend, and I was telling that client that there really is a lot of different like product types. She wanted more privacy fencing, and they have some like shared driveway homes
There's a huge pothole
towards the east, and they have more privacy fencing. Most of the houses here have this split rail.
Right ahead of you is the, so this is a master plan community, Banning Lewis Ranch. Write that down if that interests you. And then you're going to give us a call so we can help narrow in on different areas like this. But that's the tennis courts, fitness center, outdoor pool. There's a charter school right behind it. We've highlighted it before.
In fact, we have a whole video all about Banning Lewis. You should check it out if you're liking this.
Yeah, so we're going to get out and show you some options and what these houses look like as option A.
And I will say, Banning Lewis, so different product types. There is quite a few existing homes and different product existing homes. We have 55 plus active community within here.
One of the best ones, by the way.
Yes.
Even in Denver, I think it's one of the best ones around.
And then on top of that, there's a lot of new builds starting again. We just met with a builder, 2 weeks ago? And he was telling us all about where they're developing out here. And if you look on our MLS now, there's probably, half a dozen homes just out east starting to go up. But
it's supposed to be one of the biggest master plan
up to mid 500s.
It's supposed to be one of the biggest master plan communities in all of Colorado Springs.
It eventually.
Is big because they have all that land out east.
Yes.
So, and potholes are an issue here right now, so we apologize if we're a little bumpy, but it's one thing that if you go to our Facebook group, Colorado Springs, what's going on? Everyone,
I don't
talk
like
about
the roads.
The cons, potholes. Okay, let's go ahead, get out and go look at Banning Lewis.
Tell us about Banning Lewis.
Welcome to Banning Lewis Ranch here on our East Side driving tour. This is probably one of the most popular master plan communities on the east side. A lot of them other master plan communities are a little bit more north, but Kayleen's kind of showing you some of the homes here. Some of these homes will have a view. We're not too far from the mountains, but a lot of parks intermixed within this community is why I think people like it. We had some clients here that absolutely love all the open spaces and parks and the clubhouse here. You'll have homes here, $87 a month, HOA. There is an HOA, so if you're an anti-HOA person, this area might not be for you. It does include your trash, access to the clubhouse and the pool, so kind of has that community, small town feeling within this community, I would say. There's a charter school right over there. Great reviews online. You can reach out, we can hook you up with some information on that as well. Homes here now, if you're talking price points, I have had some clients get into some of these from the upper fours. Most of the time you're going to be in the mid fives, closer to six usually. There is an area in here, like Kayleen noted, that has more of that shared driveway feel to it as well. What do you think? The HOA is like 180 for that one, right? 187. Yeah. And then there is that retirement community as well, but you are going to have that split rail fencing here, so not a lot of areas are going to have that full privacy fence. So if you have a big dog and likes to jump, might not be an option here. But you can put that chicken wire in between that fencing as well. But beautiful day here. You can see people are out running, taking advantage of all the activities here. So a very active community out here in Colorado Springs. So as we leave and go to our next one, you guys are able to see a little more of Banning Lewis Ranch. That's the school over there. If you can see, it looks like a red barn. Our roads are so bumpy.
These roads are really bad.
They're terrible right now. I don't know if it's because we've had so much snow and then it melts, then snows and then melts. So I was at an open house this weekend and down south, and usually down south doesn't get as much snow as we did, but they had a lot of snow down there. I was surprised by that.
And I think what's frustrating is it does keep coming on the weekends, and so you'll have good weather during the week. We're busy working, and we're working weekends too right now, but it's like every weekend you can't even get out to like go for a walk because it's been snowing.
Yeah,
I guess you could, but
yeah,
I don't want to bundle up and
crazy
do that.
people
I'm ready
do.
for the warm weather.
I know. So we're gonna head out of here now, and we're gonna head down towards Stetson Hills. Stetson Hills, you guys, is a huge area. I'll point it out for you on a map. It exploded around 2000. There's some new builds in there, a couple pockets. One of them we're going to show you at the end, and the other one is a golf course that went under. And are you yawning on me? You're going to need to pull yourself together. We have to go to a listing after this too.
How am I going to turn here? I think I have to flip a UE.
Really? I think I'll let you turn.
Okay.
Well, according to Siri.
Oh yeah. Yep. And
Siri
that's right.
always knows.
I know. I need to just get my stuff together.
Get your stuff together. My daughter's taking her permit test today, and she failed the first time by a lot.
Did she pass?
No, it's all online now.
Oh, you have to.
It's online now. It just started to be
What?
online. Yeah, you can take your test online.
And
It's a new thing, different than a year ago.
wow.
I know.
Yeah, because I had to bring Eli in.
And this morning I was sitting on my front porch, overlooking the mountains, having my coffee, and I was very happy. And I got a phone call from a 720 number, and they left me a message, and it was the El Paso County Sheriff Office calling and saying that I need to call them back because they had really good information. They had information on me that they needed. They didn't use those exact words, but I had to call them back or I could face detainment. I looked at my husband and I'm like, what did I do?
This happened to you before, too.
Well, no, I didn't get detained before, but it was, so then I was like, no, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to call the sheriff's office in El Paso County because I'm not just going to call the number back because it seemed weird to me. So I called back. Well, you're going to have that little extra lane right there.
I know, but I couldn't see.
Oh, okay, because I was sitting forward. But she's like, that's a scam. Do not call that number back and block it. So the good news is I'm not going to be detained.
Good.
I'm not going to jail.
Well, your whole laptop thing.
I know my laptop thing too was an issue. We'll talk about that.
Lori always has some really good
I
funny
always have
stories
some really
with
great stories.
cops trying to detain you.
I know. So anyways,
you were sitting at the open house, and they did have more snow than you expected, right?
they did. So we've had, like I said, but you can see the snow's gone. It just snowed this Friday, and then it melts because right now it's like I'm hot. It's 55 degrees outside.
Yes.
And warm.
It's like hot, cold, hot, cold.
Yeah.
Well, we're turning, guys. So even out here, though, east side, like you're still so close to Powers Corridor. Like it's 5 minutes.
You could go
down
eat
the
at
road.
restaurants for your whole life at Powers. It's a little more chainy than some places.
We're calling this an east drive, but it's really like northeast. Like
Yeah, we're a
it's
little
not really
more.
Falcon, which Falcon's still only 8 more minutes that way, but we're still, it's like
East Colorado
east
Springs.
of Powers.
But we're Colorado Springs, that's more like.
I guess we do. Yeah. You're
But so Banning Lewis, HOA, pretty strict. Stetson Hills, you get away with a little bit more stuff.
Okay.
And there's so many different pockets within there. Sometimes they'll have an HOA, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll have an HOA, sometimes it'll be. And there's so many different like sub neighborhood divisions in there. You really have to look at each house.
And there's so many schools situated in each of those little pockets. And you're exactly right. I know a couple little pockets that are kind of newer build homes, like right over here.
Yeah.
I know that's opposite for you guys. And then there's like that late 90s, early 2000 home all around. There was just some newer builds behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Charter school to the left, and then you turn left at this light, and there's another school right there.
Right. And I'll throw in some B-roll of this, but you can see it's kind of like a sea of houses. But we're really showing you homes today around our average price point, around upper 4s, lower 5s. And if your budget is upper 4s, lower 5s, this is a really great area to get the most home, I would say. If you want the same price point, we have another client looking, and she's like, I want mountains and trees. You're probably going to be, that classic Colorado feeling. And if she wants the west side, you are just going to have a more
You're going to have to have a dated home.
You would have to have in that price point. You're going to need a little more
like
DIY project.
Ready. There is still some dating.
Yes,
on some of these homes, but
2000s.
In general, they're like pretty up to date.
Right, classic neighborhood with.
Close to schools, close to shopping, close to Powers Corridor for north-south, close to hospitals, restaurants.
All of our clients who live here do love it over here. Actually, on the streets the other day, we were asking where she lived, and she loved it over here. Her grandkids lived over here. Remember that one? The shops, the Briar Gate. She just said it felt like a community. She loved all of our neighbors. What is going with this truck in front of us? Sorry, you guys.
He has an exhaust.
He has a problem. We need to get that fixed.
He does that on purpose.
He does?
Yeah.
He puts that into the air on purpose?
Uh-huh.
That's terrible. Don't do that, you guys. On purpose he does that? Why would you do that on purpose?
Because they like the sound of it.
Well, you just put something on your radio that sounds like that.
They call it black smoking. Like if you're annoyed with like a biker on the side of the road, you go right by him and you and it goes.
I'm not for that.
Black smoke.
I'm against that. You only have differing opinions at times if you've ever watched some of us. So sometimes I'm like,
I get annoyed with that too.
I'm like, I know we're going to disagree on this piece, but do you know how I feel about that?
Well, no, I'm just relating because I have a husband that has a problem like that. And he used to have one of those on his truck, and he would get annoyed at bikers going out to our house in Gunnison, and he would do that, and I thought it was mean. I didn't like it. That's pointless.
My husband just gets in the car and drives. He doesn't know how to do any of that stuff.
Sometimes he drives with the gas.
He did. One time my husband,
connected to it.
He went and got gas and he sent me a picture and he drove. The problem is I know people have done this. So you pull off, you get gas and you pull off, right? And you have forget the nozzles in
your car.
So he ripped it out of the whole tank.
But I think the best
part is he works about 20 minutes south and he went on the freeway, you guys, with this thing flapping in.
And wasn't it like shooting sparks or something?
I don't know what it was doing, but I'm like, how do you not know that you have this huge thing flapping in the back of your car for 20 miles down the freeway? People were like looking at him and pointing at him, and he was like waving at him, and I'm like, it's such a classic. My husband is so ridiculous. And I was like, he sent me that picture, and I'm like, this is a lot to take in. But
I'll never forget that day at work.
Yeah.
That was funny. I was like, oh, it's a Derek.
So he went back to the place and like put it on the. He
did?
Yeah, he went back and put it back and like ran. He didn't admit anything. He just laid it on the ground and ran away, I think.
That's kind of funny.
So we're almost to our place, about 0.4 miles, and I'm excited to get out and show you a classic home here in Stetson Hills.
Outside.
I know. I show Kaylee. I'm like, we always find the cute ones and kind of take you guys there because that's what.
Not always, but we.
We've seen some
like
amazing ones. Yeah. So.
We do like to pick the more aesthetically pleasing ones. So there are tons of walk trails throughout Stetson Hills as well. There's a couple different like ravines where they have like walk paths as well. But I think you're exactly right. I don't think I went one too deep, but it's fine.
That's okay.
I don't think we've ever had a client that has moved here that doesn't like it, actually.
Like Stetson Hills or like the area? Like general?
This general area of Stetson Hills. Yeah.
Definitely, you get more for your house in this eastern side than you would, like I said, the western side, but it's a different lifestyles, I would say, for sure. This is a very different lifestyle than...
You were talking about west side of Colorado Springs?
Yeah, like east versus west, if they were going to duel off. I think this is a very different lifestyle than the west side.
This is a little bit suburbia.
Yes.
But look, straight ahead
is
mountain views.
Yep, you turn here and it's down here.
Yep.
So we're going to go out and show it to you. And then we have a new build pocket. We want to show you Mountain Vista. Some of you asked for that. It's coming up. Stetson Hills. It's so bright out here today. I can't even see you.
Like Lori noted, first thing I want to put out this disclaimer that there are some areas in Stetson Hills that have HOA, some that do not. We happen to be in a pocket that does not.
No, this one does, doesn't it? A teeny one.
Oh,
it's like 45 a month. A teeny one.
Not even 45 a month. I think it was like 48 quarterly.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
It was like hardly anything. So with that being said, they don't take care of your trash. They don't take care of your water bill or anything like that. They're just pretty much here for covenant enforcement. But a lot of these homes were built around the late 90s, early 2000s. I've noticed all of them have the brick on the front, which gives it a really cute feel. Some of these will have really good views.
I did notice that a little bit.
Back. And this little section of Stetson Hills feels like they're on a little bit bigger parcels as well. Some of them are a little bit more smaller yards. This looks a little bit bigger, but homes around here, again, maybe mid 400s, typically higher 400s, all the way up to like about 600. And that's really the average price point over here in Stetson Hills.
we could show you pockets in Stetson Hills forever. Stetson Hills goes all the way, well, from the south part of Banning Lewis all the way to Constitution, I would say, is all Stetson Hills. I mean, you have like Hannah Ridge in
There's
there.
like
little
Indigo Ranch
Yes.
and like different pockets. You're exactly right. So I think you've had a lot of people reach out about this last community
Yeah,
we're
I've had a
going
couple
to
people talk about it.
called Mountain Vista.
Which is interesting because it doesn't pop up a ton. It's a small little, like, it's off a mark shuffle. Like, if you look on a map, there's room to develop all around it. So right now it just kind of looks like a little teeny pocket of houses.
Well, I think too, like if you've ever clicked on an online ad for them or looked at maybe Challenger Homes or one of the builders that are in there, it seems like then you get targeted ads to you over and over again. So maybe that's why you're seeing it over and over. But it's really not as big of a community
No.
as you would think. It's actually pretty small.
Yeah.
But we liked it because there is no HOA in a section of it and a small HOA in the back of it.
And you can get a new build for the upper 400s.
Yeah, that is good.
That's amazing. I mean,
Easy commute directly down the road to Schriever and Peterson.
yeah.
Super easy access, but you're in District 49 schools, which is good. You also have access to a lot of charter schools right around there.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe it's schooling and then that easy access to bases. There's a really nice, our King Supers that we like right down the road. That's where I'd go
I know.
shop
I've
over
only
here.
been there like once. It's just too far away from me.
It's like Super Target or
I know you
something.
do
Like
love
I would spend a lot of money there probably.
But I think it's interesting as we go up over this hill, you're going to see open land, and it kind of is going to show you what this new area look like. This is where if you look at a new build in this area, it's going to be mark shuffle typically and over, unless you're in those little pockets like we talked about on the golf course.
You know where started building again too is Hannah Ridge.
Oh,
There's some new builds right over there.
not more like classic builds, not those straight up and down
Yeah.
ones, right?
Nope, the ones in the back.
Oh, those are nice houses. We sold them up.
Uh-huh.
I like that. I like some of those floor plans, but the lot was
Those
super
ones
teeny
are
sometimes.
more like 600,000
Yeah,
though.
at least, yeah. And they had a good view, but the lot was
Ooh.
pretty teeny.
That's a cruising trash truck.
So, see all the open land over there? It kind of looks like Kansas all of a sudden.
But you look to the right and
Yeah.
Colorado. This is our state line maybe.
Our state line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kansas, Colorado.
So we're still, we're close, 1.5 miles. You'll see this little pocket come up over this hill. But you were real close to Targets and Costco's here, just on the road, which is very important.
Yep, anything you really need right down the road. I would say this is definitely just like affordable, good value housing for Colorado Springs. Like if you can get a brand new build single family home in with a 4 in front of it and it doesn't have a giant HOA and it's not attached,
Yeah. Good.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Good.
So if you want new build, it's a good option.
Yeah,
Just be prepared with a new build that you most likely will have to account for some money for blinds or window covering and or maybe landscaping. It kind of depends on the builder and what they're offering and also what incentives they're offering.
Yeah. Possibly washer, dryer, and a fridge.
Possibly.
Depending. A lot of times we've been negotiating those
And
in.
sometimes we can negotiate those in.
And remember, we have our big green box, so promotion in the 2024.
Tell them all about that, Lori.
So when you buy a new build or an existing home with us, number one, I want you to know it costs you no money to use a real estate agent for any of those situations.
Whether it's new build or existing.
But you get to have a luxury closing gift with us, which could be a Louis Vuitton bag, 9 months of house cleaning, snowblower. I mean, what else? Big green egg, 86-inch LG TV.
Louis Vuitton bag.
I think I mentioned that one. There's one more. I'll get back to you on that one. Can't remember what it is right now. Oh, the iRobot. Most of our clients have been
Dyson and
choosing-
iRobot.
Yeah, a lot of our clients have been picking that one. So we'll see. But we're almost here. I'm excited to
Here's the
show
section
you.
right back
Here's
here.
the section.
See the flags in the back?
Yep, that usually tells you there's a model home around there.
So up front here, there is what you're seeing now. There's no HOA here. Now, as we move to the back of this smaller community, then there is a small HOA. I think it was what, $70 a month?
Yeah. So you see the Mountain Vista sign and the park they put right in front of it. And the homes are pretty I don't know if it's basic, but they're kind of similar, I would say, a lot of them. You can have the privacy fences. You'd see a lot of the, is that PVC?
Yep.
Fencing. So we're going to get out and show you this community. But like I said, if your budget is $400, you don't want a project, you want a privacy fence, you want to be, close to Powers and close to all those amenities, this is a really good pocket of new build homes in this section at a good price. So let's get out and take a look.
And the builder, you can have some inventory homes or some dirt start. So there's some flexibility on timeline as well. So
True. But you can see a lot of these are 2 stories. There's a couple ranches, but a lot of 2-story homes.
Yep.
So we'll go and take a look.
Lori, show us this one.
Now welcome to Mountain Vista Ranch. So a very different type of housing here. So I think I wanted to do this western or eastern, where are we? We're in the east. Eastern driving tour just because I wanted you to say something like, I want Stetson Hills. Well, there's so many different types of options. And so that's why we like to hop on a phone call with you guys and kind of understand your lifestyle, price point, what it is you want in a home. Because depending upon what you say, it will direct you to very different areas here, just in Stetson Hills in and of itself. So Mountain Vista Ranch, pocket of new build homes. You can see the open spaces, but you still get those mountain views. So go out for that evening stroll and you still have that Colorado lifestyle here. But homes here, upper 400s, you can get a new build, maybe some of the 500s, but you're still getting a really good size home, as you can see from what Kayleen is showing you. You'll have, like over there, they have a gazebo set up. You see that, or not a gazebo, what's that? Trellis?
Pergola.
A pergola, thank you. A pergola over there. Really great schools in this area as well. Walking trails. A lot of, it needs a little bit of mature landscaping is coming along. They have a lot of grasses in here, which is really kind of native to Colorado, but a good option over here. And like I said, a small HOA, so it's not going to have that master plan community feel, but you still have the parks and trails built through all of this area as well. Hope you have enjoyed our Eastern driving tour. We're off to Gold Hill Mesa, which is on the west side. Why do I keep doing that? It's on the west side, southwest side. Really cool, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of character.
Pocket.
Western charm.
Close to Manitou, but not Manitou.
Yeah, possible new listing coming. Upper 600s. It's supposed to be really cute house. So I'm excited to see that. So we're on our way. Then afterwards, can you drop me off at Red Lake?
Yep.
And meet my husband. We have a women's group too here. So if you join our Facebook group, Colorado Springs What's Going On, we also have a women's group for Colorado Springs What's Going On edition. And we, a lot of our clients become part of that because a lot of times you're moving here from out of state, maybe don't know anybody. So it's a really good way to hook into the community pretty quickly as well. So we actually have our every first Tuesday, which I can't believe is already going to come up in 2 weeks again.
It is already?
Yeah, we have a happy hour at Red Lake Brewery, so you can come meet some women in the local area. It's kind of a fun time. So, yeah. But I'm meeting my husband there. It's a really cool place right by Garden of the Gods.
Fun. It is a good day for that.
It is a good day for that. So for now, we are out from Colorado. If you have any questions on moving to the area, please reach out. We know our neighborhoods, we know our schools. Love what we do. We're good at what we do. Check out our 5-star Google reviews and reach out. But for now, we're out from Colorado.